This is the Hot 7 Nightly News.
Good evening. It is Monday, November 27th, 2023. I am Sherry Ann Williams. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna. Thank you so much for joining us. In a resounding victory, SLP political leader Philip J. Pierre has, for the second consecutive time, received a 100% vote of confidence from delegates to retain the party's leadership. A total of 268 ballots were cast in favor of the incumbent. The hierarchy of the party says the reaffirmation of Pierre's leadership sends a message of stability and continuity, underscoring the party's confidence in his ability to navigate the political landscape. Karim Nelson begins our reporting.
Party support for Philip J. Pierre remains unwavering as the political leader for a second consecutive year received a 100% vote of confidence at the closed session of the SLP's Conference of Delegates on Sunday. Despite criticisms from the opposition, Pierre remains the main man in the SLP camp. The closed session of the 73rd Conference of Delegates took place at the Beanfield Secondary School, where representatives from various constituencies gathered to discuss policy initiatives, party strategies, and other pertinent matters. In his moment of triumph, Prime Minister Pierre exuded gratitude, characterizing the vote of confidence as a stamp of approval.
I want to thank the delegates of the Labour Party and the support of the people generally, but yesterday it was the day of the delegates. It actually was a secret ballot. The vote of confidence was held by secret ballots. So the delegates did not have to vote by show of hands. Nobody saw where they voted. So I really want to thank them for their confidence in the leadership of the party. I want to thank the members of cabinet, the parliamentarians, and the party generally. I think the delegates have given a mark of approval to what the government is doing, to what the leadership of the party is doing. And I'm very thankful, I'm very grateful.
Empowered by the 268 votes casted in his favor, the nation's leader emphasized that his paramount focus is to persist in placing people at the epicenter of the nation's development.
I will continue where we started, to our mantra of putting people first. That remains my singular most important objective, to put the people of St. Lucia first.
For the Hot 7 TV News, Karim Nelson reporting.
Welfare associations from each branch of the protective services will soon unite under one banner to ensure that their interests are better served. This merger is intended to guarantee that all protective services receive equal treatment in negotiations. We have the details in this report.
In a meeting held on Wednesday, November 22nd, representatives of each branch of the protective services sought to join their respective organizations into one body geared at looking after their collective interests. The new organization, which will be dubbed the Protective Services Federation, will consist of the Fire Service, Police, and Borderley Correctional Facility Welfare Associations. Speaking on behalf of his organization, Fire Service Association Chairman Shane Felix says this move was long overdue and has been years in the making.
Over the years, we've realized that, when it comes to, for example, negotiations, each of those organizations would sit before the government negotiating team, negotiating many things that are similar. And so we've seen evidence of the pie being shared sort of differently, to the point where it's being said that certain of these organizations are being given preferential treatment over the other. And, we're again really hoping that we can disperse some of those beliefs.
Felix says this initiative is necessary to ensure equitable treatment among the various entities under the Protective Services grouping. The hope is that this amalgamation will afford them greater bargaining power with the ministry under which they are employed.
Again, we're saying because the employer has already understood that we're similar in many ways and has brought us under one umbrella, the treatment should also be similar, or at least equal. There must be equal treatment along those lines. And we're hoping that, again, with the strength in us coming together and presenting those numbers, we can have a bit more bargaining, negotiation power, and to make better representation for protective services on the island.
Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Eldris Charles.
In a bid to enhance collaboration between the Ministry of Commerce and the Ministry of Investment, St. Lucia's Parliament took action on Friday to modify the Invest St. Lucia Act. The amendment permits the permanent secretary or their delegate to assume a seat on the board of Invest St. Lucia. According to Investment Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire, the rationale behind this change is to align and synchronize the local business sector with St. Lucia's investment market.
So the permanent secretary of the Ministry for Business Development would be a member of the board of Invest St. Lucia, and therefore provide that cooperation, collaboration, coordination between the local business environment, the local business development, and of course we promoting and seeking both foreign and local investors in the country. And I believe if we do so, it would really create that seamless relationship that we seek and that we want to promote. So as it is now, you'll find that we have to be reaching out to the Ministry of Commerce and the Ministry responsible for business development and to relate to them and get information from them, and then local businesses reach out to them and then have to reach out to Invest St. Lucia separately. And we felt that there ought to be a slight adjustment.
The amendment was unanimously supported in the lower house of assembly. Still in the first segment of the broadcast, the POV. Our question to you is, what do you believe men need to do to fulfill their greater purpose in society? This is your point of view.
What I think the men of the nation need at this present moment is coming together and be a force for the family, and don't allow women to take over, because everything you hear about women, the International Men's Day, what did you see? Not much. But when Women's Day, International Women's Day, you hear all activities all over. So the men need to stand up and take action for themselves and be a man of the house and to the family.
The appreciation and more opportunities for men. As you realize, a lot of things have been more, women tend to have it a little easier. Yeah, in terms of jobs, opportunities. A man has to fight twice as hard as a woman in this day and age for even working itself.
Okay. I think Lucia don't have enough working. Yeah, I think the government should put better opportunities there. Try and do little factories and things.
Basically, what I would say is a man have to try to be a role model, firstly to his offsprings, and then once you do that, then you'll be a model to the wider community, and that will take care of everything.
What do you think men need so they can be able to be that kind of?
Well, I think it's their mindset, most times nobody can do things for you. You have to create that change of mindset that will have you to look at things from a different perspective, because if you look at things in one way, then chances are, it doesn't turn out the way it's supposed to be. But if you, when you have kids, you figure out, I have kids on the way, and I want to ensure that I am an example to them, and I provide for them in the way that I should, then that will take care of everything.
To me, I can't really tell you what men need, because the way that we're running now is just like, I don't know, like forcing you to do what you don't want to do, like to work and do different things. So to me, not like what we need is the mindset of the man. You have to know what you want, what you need, and go look for it. And you have to set a goal for that.
I think that government itself has a lot cut out for it in terms of what they need to do in terms of educating the men. Therefore, when they get off school, they will be able to get jobs and stuff like that, even create jobs. We all know government can provide jobs for everybody, right? But at least you provide an opportunity for them to create jobs for themselves, that they will be able to fulfill those roles. A lot of the guys, especially those whom I have spoken with, right? A lot of them didn't finish secondary school. A lot of them don't have CXCs. So if we can ensure that we keep those young persons in school, right? So we educate them so criminals now will not be able to grab them when they get off school and they don't have education. Without education, they can get proper jobs. So I think that's one of the things that can be done for them.
Coming up next, a water supply project for consumers in Patience has been approved, and debate on the agreement terms and investor suitability for a major port reconstruction project in Castries and Soufriere continues. Stay with us for the details to these stories and so much more when the broadcast continues after this.